Hey guys, it's Sadie talking to you about my friends over at Polar Bear Plumbing, Heating, and Air. They are the triple threat. Listen to this: family owned and operated, locally owned and operated, veteran owned and operated. They truly know what they are doing, and they're going to make your home more efficient. Now, what does that mean? That means you're going to save money in the long run because you're not running your system so hard. And I know we're kind of we're in like a grace period where it's not too hot right now. It's not too cold. Do not wait until it is scorching hot to have your AC break down because you didn't get it checked out. They'll come to your home and they'll do a complete system checkup. They'll change the filters. They'll make sure everything is clean, put together perfectly, so it runs like a top. You can get an instant quote. And while you're on their website, polarbearpha.com, you can go and check out their 5-star reviews. They've got so many 5-star reviews. I'm incredibly jealous. At Polar Bear Plumbing, Heating, and Air, they make sure your home is running efficiently, and you can get an instant quote. Again, go onto their website, polarbearpha.com, and give my friends a call anytime you have an issue with plumbing, heating, and air. It's Polar Bear Plumbing, Heating, and Air, a proud sponsor of the Sadie and Friends podcast.
I'm going to say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Let's talk about marriage.
They have like a 2-second rebound rate and you're back doing the next pain in the ass thing.
Parenting. Oh my gosh.
They have sucked the pretty right out of me. They treat me like it, and I do their laundry. Lucky me.
Sex.
I'm caught between two evils. I generally like to take the one I never tried.
Scary stuff like ghosts. I know it's totally out of left field, but just go with me on this.
Boo, you whore.
Love.
I give you what you need. That's all. I'm talking about taking care of each other the best you can. What's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
Friendships.
We get our necklace says best friends forever.
Actually, we want it to say forever. I don't think you guys will be best friends forever, no offense. But sometimes you grow apart, and maybe she'll find a new best friend. They end up doing everything together.
About a half a mile from me is a great big kind of a landscape center where they keep a bunch of mulch and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's on fire. Yeah.
No.
In fact, my guess is if you could look to the south of you, I bet you can see the smoke cloud from Timnath where you sit.
Stop. When did it start?
A couple of hours ago. And the crews are on scene. But once that mulch, the way they stack that mulch up in piles, that once that gets on fire, it burns down inside and it smells awful.
So you're smelling it now. Have you gone outside at all and hung out, or is it just too smelly?
It's too smelly outside. And I'm thinking to myself, geez, I need a new mulch this year. But I'm kind of turned off by the thought of it now because this mulch thing is on fire. It's on fire. And
if that mulch was stacked next to your home,
my home would be
kind
on
of
fire.
Scary. I know. Like, that's really scary.
It's immediately south of my subdivision, kind of just across a county road, then right along a rail line, which is obviously how they get all the stuff there. But it's far enough away to where I'm not worried about it, and close enough to where I can sure smell it a lot.
Well, that's very unfortunate. I always think of the people who own the business. They're trying to just be mulch sellers, and they're just, and then one thing happens and
they're not mulch sellers anymore.
I know. That makes me sad. It makes me think about those people.
It's too bad. So how has your weekend been? Is it okay?
Yeah, no, it's good. We actually hung out yesterday.
We had lunch to discuss big plans. There's
big plans.
There's big plans in the offing, and we can't necessarily discuss them just yet. But are you ready to get excited about it?
No, I don't get excited till things are signed and dotted and notarized, and a judge has looked over them, and a priest is given.
You want this adjudicated? I can understand the priest, and perhaps you can have a shaman and a medicine man come in and
sage.
Sprinkle the ooby-jooby on it or whatever medicine men use and bless it, but I have to admit to a tinge of excitement, and it's fun to tease you guys about what we might be working on, but we might be working on some things.
Do you have any part of you where you're like, might not work out?
Some.
Really? How much?
Well, I was going back through old documents today from said organization, and I got that old sick feeling.
Oh, wow. We may be saying too much as it is.
Yeah, okay. That's enough. But if it happens, we'll let you know. And if not, we appreciate you listening. This is the Scott and Sadie Show. Our website is scottandsadie.com, where, Sadie, there's a bunch of content for you today to go take a look at, including some audio that I want to play for you.
Okay.
Do you know who, I can't think of her name. First of all, I think Alec Baldwin is awful.
I think he's awful too.
Okay.
I just get such he just seems like a mean dude. And he's got this reality show right now with his wife.
There we go.
Is that what you're talking about? And
That's what I want to talk about.
He seems so fake on it.
Now, his wife's name is Hilaria. Is that correct? Hilaria?
I think she says it's Ilaria.
Hilaria. Well, here's just, it's 1 full minute, which is a little long for an audio clip. But listen to Alec Baldwin and Ilaria talking about perhaps getting another year of their reality show.
We want more of this. Season 2?
Ilaria show.
No. I think we're going to see how it feels to have it be out there.
It's going to be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why, yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show. No.
Is it harder to memorize scripts or be yourself on unscripted television?
Be yourself. Oh, it's so hard. We like routine. It's good for the kids to have a routine. I mean, she, as a mother, is very good at keeping them on a routine. You feel the desire to make it more silly than it might be.
I don't think you make
Do you
it.
want me to go on? Because I kind of had enough.
Yeah. We didn't hit a minute, did we?
No, that was just 30 seconds. That was just
Okay. No, a minute is not necessary. I don't see this getting picked up for another season. I just don't. Just from what I've heard, what I've read about, people aren't sympathetic to him.
I listened to that 60-second clip. I was not even aware of the fact that they had a reality show. So I listened to the clip and I thought, I hate her. I hate her. And first of all, I hate him. And now I truly hate her. And so therefore I had to go and listen. I found a couple of clips on YouTube. It's awful. It's awful.
Well, a few years ago, she went on some cooking show and she was like really playing in the Spanish, like how you say this. And they're like cucumber. And then people started attacking her like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because they're saying that she was born and raised in America. And I don't know. I don't know a lot about the story, but I've seen and I've heard some stuff about the show. I have no desire to watch it. Because you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of the family of that woman that was shot on that movie set.
Yes.
And I think seems very insensitive.
Didn't he get off completely scot-free on that deal?
He did. Yeah, he did. It got blamed on the armory girl who is in charge of the guns. But I don't know. I just think this is a really piss poor time for you to decide you want to be out and lovable. Right. And just even the clips that, like I said, the clips that I've seen are just, oh my God, he's trying so hard to be this relatable, likable guy. And I think in real life, he's just a hard ass.
Here is switching gears. A cop in Florida saved a pizza delivery driver from being attacked by an 8-foot alligator.
Dang.
All right, here's the audio. It's taken from his camera, from his body cam.
Stop. There's an alligator underneath that car right there. Maybe go around the back.
I'm a little scared.
No, as long as it stays under the car, you can go around the back.
Would you want to do it, officer?
Ma'am, get back over there. There's an alligator right under your car.
Oh, my lordy.
Get in the house.
Where's my pizza?
I'll take it to the back door. Here's your pizza.
Oh, my God. Cops don't get paid enough.
Where's my pizza?
I don't care about an alligator.
It's the whole video is online at scottandsadie.com. It's about 2 minutes and 14 seconds long. This cop is really a trooper. First of all, he kind of, hey, look at that giant alligator under that woman's car right over there. Why don't you just go around back? And she kind of chickened out. So the cop took the pizza, went around back. The gal gave her like $15. The lady who took the pizza gave the cop like $15. Cop went and gave it all to the delivery driver. And then the old lady who was wondering where her pizza was says, well, I'd like to take a picture of that alligator under my car.
Oh, no. And the cop's just like, I just want to leave. I want to leave this.
He took her phone, went back out front, took a picture of the alligator, went back around back and took her a phone and said, have a nice day, ma'am. Cops are saints.
Saints. And so not paid enough for that kind of nonsense.
He delivered the pizza. He took a picture of the alligator. He protected the pizza delivery driver, brought the lady. That was an interesting day for that officer, and he deserves a raise, although he won't get one probably.
He probably won't get one, but that was very kind of him. He could have been like, no, thank you. I'm leaving.
When you think of outdoor critters here in Colorado, if you live kind of on the edges, and I mean, not far from where I live, there's some grassland where you can probably go find a few rattlesnakes. And, you know, rattlesnakes are something that's fairly common in Colorado. But 8-foot alligators, apparently they encounter them all the time. In fact, there are companies that make a living out of going and ridding your home of said alligators. Just like, you know, you need an exterminator around here for mice. In Florida, they have them for alligators.
Well, and like, I love this show. I think it's called like The Ultimate Swimming Pool. It's a guy who designs for people these insane swimming pools, like lagoons and just amazing swimming pools, water slides and waterfalls but it's mostly in Florida that he does this work. And so they talk about how you have to put up like a protective barrier or have it in like a covered thing because alligators will just go into your pool. And then what do? That's when you have to call those exterminator guys.
Because I paid all this money for this pool and I want to use this pool, but I'm not going in there right now.
Could you? Yeah. Could you imagine? I'm going to probably just not swim today. That's insane.
I've seen videos on YouTube before of people walking out to use their pool, and there's just the alligator lounging in there, floating around. And of course, here's where my head went immediately. Well, isn't the chlorine bad for their skin? And then I got to think, it's an alligator.
Well, what about their eyes? Don't they open their eyes in the water?
Well, don't you?
No, I don't want pee in my eyes. I don't want pink eye. Yes, of course I go there. All the kids peeing everywhere. You think I go down and open my eyes? That's awful. Do you do that?
Yes.
What? When you go swimming, you go under the water and open your eyes.
Open your eyes, yes.
I don't do that at all.
Especially if it's in more of the modern pools or saltwater pools. You know, they're not the traditional chlorine anymore. They take care of it with a less harmful salt kind of a thing, and that is actually easier on your eyes, so to speak, than what the chlorine is.
I can't believe it. I once read that if your eyes are red after you get out of the pool, that means that there was a lot of pee in it. And I never let that go.
Of course not. It may or may not have been true. It was probably a social media post, but that was it.
Don't care. That it was locked in my brain, and I'm like, never again. Never again.
Well, I like going into the pools and opening my water and looking around, or open my eyes underwater and looking around, and it's just weird. That's the way I am.
You know what? I have just become like I just don't like swimming. I used to love to swim, and I'm not a fan of it. Listen to me complaining. Just not.
Okay. All right. More audio. Influencers. This is why influencers drive me crazy. And apparently in Australia, or it's not, yeah, it is in Australia. They're all over this woman. She's an American influencer. She's in trouble for snatching a baby wombat.
Oh.
There you go.
Just caught a baby wombat. Look at the mother. It's like, oh, it's chasing after her.
I caught a baby wombat. Okay, Mama's right there. Let's let him go. All right, let's let him go. Come here, Mama.
Why wasn't there an end of that video where the mom attacked that girl?
Gouged her eyes out. Then
kind of.
I'd watch that on Insta, for crying out loud. The videos at scottandsadie.com. And she just runs over and snags this baby wombat. And mom is like, that's my baby wombat. And mom just pursues. And it's
that is the worst story I have eever heard.
It is.
Have you ever heard the stories of people who go on the ocean, like influencers, and they'll pull out like a dolphin? I read about this the other day. There was a big group of people and a dolphin had come up and they dragged it up because everybody wanted to take pictures with the dolphin, and the dolphin ended up dying. And I think humans ruin everything.
Well, influencers ruin everything. I mean, if we weren't rewarding people, yeah, geez, look at that. She's stolen a baby wombat, and in her eyes, look at me. I'm going to go out and get 1 million+ page views, and now I can monetize that. And I can monetize it just for being cute and dumb.
Yeah, but she's lucky, that wombat. You take any other baby right from an animal, and you're probably going to get eaten or beat pretty well.
Now, I have to be honest that a wombat sounds nasty, but I know nothing about them. So I'm going to say.
When I hear wombat, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking in the koala family. But I may be wrong. I don't know.
All right. I just asked the Googler to please describe a wombat. It's thinking a wombat is a sturdy, short-legged marsupial. So, yeah, you're right. Marsupial is related to the kanga there. A wombat, a sturdy, short-legged marsupial living in Australia. They're a burrowing mammal belonging to the family. I can't even say that. And known for their chunky bodies, strong claws, and distinctive waddle.
Oh, like me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You were going to say that?
Not about you. I was going to say, you can see me from the back and go, well, that's Scott's distinctive waddle.
I'm going to go grab that wombat. Scott's like, damn it. People keep thinking I'm a wombat, and I'm not.
They get 2.5 to 4 feet long. They weigh between 40 and 80 pounds. And there you go. But it doesn't say anything about them being nasty.
Hey, guys, breaking in here just really quick. Give me one quick second to talk about show sponsor, Christiana Salon Spa. We are coming up, guys, at the end of the school year. I know that we're almost to spring break and we still got some time left. You know how fast that's going to go? It goes so fast, and then summer is here. And then you know what's going to happen? Then you got the kids home all day long, and that could be really stressful. Maybe so stressful you break out in pimples everywhere. I mean, not only are you exhausted and tired of doing crafts and playing with Play-Doh, but now you got pimples everywhere. I mean, why not take a break and go see my friends at Christiana Salon Spa? Get a nice facial, maybe a hot stone massage. Hand the kids over to your husband and say, I'm out of here. Or vice versa. They also, I don't want to say they service men because that sounds weird, but they also have treatments for men as well. So why not go on to ChristianaSalonSpa.com? Christiana Salon Spa, a proud sponsor of the Sadie and Friends podcast.
Their defense mechanism, their toughened rear ends. They have a cartilage-heavy rump. So do I.
So that's what they have to fight?
Help protect them from predators. They often block their burrow entrance with their butt sticking out because they have that cartilage-heavy rump. Now get this. They have a unique poop. Wombats produce cube-shaped feces.
Stop. What?
I'd be mad as hell.
Yeah, these wombats are pretty chill compared to, having squared poo.
Get this. It helps it prevents it from rolling away, and they mark their territory with their cube-shaped poop.
So many things I'm learning today about wombats that I did not know before.
I didn't know I needed to know about this about a wombat, but apparently I did. Look at us.
Apparently.
Educational program. I wonder if there's any grants out there from USAID or something like that. All right, one more. Oh, did you see this last week? I believe it was on Thursday. The plane on fire at DIA. All right, here's some audio. It takes a sec.
We were going from Colorado Springs to Dallas. They told us that there was something wrong with the engine and so that we were going to have to land in Denver. And so we emergency landed here. And once we landed, the back of the plane caught on fire. Everybody started rushing out in a panic. Emergency doors were able to get popped off. Everybody hopped onto the wing. And then people started jumping onto the ladders, and then they brought up some more ladders to be able to.
So if you haven't seen it, and that whole clip, by the way, is online at scottandsadie.com. It shows that a plane is billowing smoke. It shows the passengers walking out of the wings. You know what's in the wings, by the way?
Nothing.
The fuel.
Brilliant. Oh, my God.
The wings are the fuel tanks.
I did not know that.
Now you do. Yeah, the wings.
So if there's a fire, you probably shouldn't have gone out on the wing.
Just kind of saying. But I'm sure they have trained for this, and there's smoke billowing out from this darn thing, and you see the fire underneath the fuselage, and they're out there, and they're bringing out these kind of like ladders to where people are walking down off the wings. I mean, that wing may have been 8 foot in the air. I think I'd have jumped.
And knowing airlines, they probably got them on a different plane and then said half off peanuts and soda. Okay, guys, we'd like to apologize for the fire. And so we're going to give you half off whatever you want on the menu, except for pages 4 and 6.
Isn't that the truth? Here's a complimentary beverage for your trip home. And wait a minute, I'm expecting free air fryer for life on this kind of a deal. The trauma. All right, your plane catches on fire. You're forced to land. Do you fly again? I mean, you don't have an option, really. You have to go.
At least they were on the ground when it lit on fire. I mean, that's what's scary.
The fire was detected in the air, and then they came down.
Oh, my God. That's a miracle.
Yeah, sensors went off, apparently, and down they come.
That has to be, for a pilot, that has to be an incredibly scary moment. Because isn't that when you have to then take control of the plane?
Yes. I don't think the AI, I don't think the autopilot can take you through that, for crying out loud.
That's crazy.
Right. As we play this, and we forgot to mention, geez, we're halfway into the program. We forgot to say happy St. Patrick's Day. For those of you who celebrate today's holiday. For us, as we record this, it's tomorrow. Sadie, will you do anything tomorrow? Like wild and crazy? No?
I'm not wild and crazy. I think at one time I was. Will you do anything? Are you going to drink green beer?
I don't. There's no Irish in me. I know I have a couple of friends actually that are Irish, and they're all about that. But me, I'm now.
Nah. I know. I feel the same way. I don't want to fight the crowds, because there was a little bit of talk. We have family in town. So there was a little bit of talk about, well, maybe we'll go downtown and I'm like, oh my God, drunk college kids everywhere. That sounds like a nightmare to a 42-year-old. It just does.
I put that up on our, in fact, if you go to scottandsadie.com, subscribe to our email newsletter. Every day, the Scott and Sadie Sound Off poll goes out with the email newsletter. And on Friday, the poll question was, St. Patrick's Day is Monday, which means you have a choice: act like a responsible adult or pretend Tuesday doesn't exist. What's your plan? Keeping it tame is the biggest vote receiver. 66.7% of people said they're going to keep it tame. Start early Saturday. A lot of people went yesterday, so to speak.
Oh,
and
which would make sense.
One person, Sarah, says, I wear green for the holiday. That's it. I don't drink alcohol.
Wah, wah. She's just as exciting as we are.
Okay. So we're not big St. Patrick's Day guys. You being the consumer of pop culture that you are, have you consumed the Kelly Clarkson show?
Oh my God. Explain this to me, because I love Kelly Clarkson, but I do not watch her show. Okay. But I've been seeing that she disappeared for a while. So what happened?
She hasn't hosted her show since March 5th. TMZ says she's fine. She had just attended to a personal issue that didn't directly involve her. She's supposedly going to be back here. Well, they said back today, which would have been Friday when the story was out. Kelly Clarkson hasn't hosted her show since March 5. Been no word from her people where she is. So, okay.
Holy crap. I know, I was kind of worried. But also, do we believe that? I mean, I don't really. It's like she had some personal issues that had nothing to do with her. I don't believe publicists as much as I don't believe a lot of the news.
So once again, we're going down the path of we don't believe anything. We no longer trust our institutions, and we don't believe anything.
I kind of don't believe anything.
Who in your life is completely 100% honest? Who do you believe?
I don't think anyone's 100% honest. I don't. But I do think that there are levels of honesty. And I think some people are crookedly not honest. And I think some people, will tell a white lie here or there. And so I don't think anyone's 100% clean.
I don't think in today's society, in polite society, you can be 100% truthful. You cannot be 100% truthful.
That's true. That's true. Because if you have a wife who's like, do I look fat? Yes. You're going to die. That's a life or death. That's not even just not telling a lie or lying. You could die.
And that was great. I think you did wonderful at that presentation. Good on you. I lied here the other day on something that I had to approve. I said, outstanding, well done. If I wanted to truly get nitpicky, I could have leaned into
nitpicky?
Yeah. But I didn't truly get nitpicky.
Well, that's good.
So
that's good.
I don't think anybody's 100% honest, for crying out loud.
I don't think so at all. You can't be. It's impossible.
Let's spend the last few minutes talking about, Sadie, the last few minutes talking about what you have going on right now. You got company in town.
I do. I have company in town. We're actually, which I haven't even told you this, but we're going to Breckenridge Tuesday to Thursday. I will be back on Thursday. Do not worry, with plenty of time to spare, because Scott and I have a meeting. But yeah, so we're just doing a lot of outside stuff. The kids went to Hoedown Hill today. It was the last day for it.
Oh, it was.
They went tubing, and it's just been nice. Let me tell you, Ryan's family is so great because they're so chill. Like, his mom was just like, I'm going to go take a nap. I love that. I want people to come to the house and feel like you are on a vacation. Sit on the couch, binge on movies, just relax. You have nowhere you have to be. And that's what I like. And they're very chill people. Now, Ryan, on the other hand, I don't know where he came from. 'Cause he's like, nap? Why would we nap when we could go play pickleball?
Has he gotten into that? Is he in the latest thing into pickleball? Is he into that?
I have to tell you, last summer we really got into it.
Yes.
And so we have all the pickleball stuff. And it is fun when the weather is nice. It's really actually kind of fun to play.
Now,
I enjoy it.
You enjoy it? I mean, you're playing, you're participating.
Yes.
In pickleball, and you say you like it. So the sport, I mean, I watch tennis and I can't move that fast. Does this move at, shall we say, a little slower pace?
Oh, this moves a lot slower. Tennis is just insanity. You're running and stopping and twisting, and no, this is completely different. This is just really relaxed.
You can stay relatively put then. I mean, do you move 3 foot in either direction? 5 foot, 10 foot?
So everybody has a square, and you stay within that. You try to stay within that. If you're in that square and the ball comes towards you, that's your ball.
Now,
but you could.
How big is
the square?
Yeah, I mean, how much moving have I got to do?
Well, but here's the deal. Just because you're in a square doesn't mean you can't leave the square. You can go up to the net to make a shot. I'm just saying that's where you're at. So that's kind of a way for people who are playing to know, like, oh, your ball, that's your ball. This is my, it's very geriatric. And that's why I think I love it so much.
Low impact, easy on the joints, that kind of thing.
Everything I want in a workout. Low impact and easy on the joint.
Would you say that you sweat?
No, I don't sweat a lot. I just don't. When I work out, and I do I'll do like a hot yoga class where it is steamy hot, and I don't sweat. I don't know why.
I go down here to the YMCA in Johnstown, and I will go, and I mainly just walk. Sometimes I'll use weights or something. I'll get on one of the machines, but I mainly just walk on the indoor track there. It could be a beautiful, perfect day outside, and I'm going to the YMCA to walk because, why go outside? So I'm going around and around on that track, and the track is elevated, and it looks down on the basketball courts.
Yeah.
One of those kind of deals, And so I'll look down on the basketball courts, and on a given day, I think it's maybe Wednesday, doesn't matter. They're setting up the pickleball courts. And I've had a couple of the guys say, well, Scott, you need to get involved with us on a pickleball game. And I'll watch them down there playing as they set up the pickleball courts on the basketball court downstairs. And it looks like they're having fun. And there's some guys, some geriatrics that are my age and my size, and it seem to be enjoying themselves.
I swear if you play, I bet you would truly enjoy it. And I bet Julie would truly enjoy it too. I think you guys would like it. Like I said, it's not a lot of running. It's not hard on your body. It's just kind of fun. It's almost more of a mental game of paying attention. But I think you should do it.
Do you go out afterwards and have cocktails?
No. We go home and make dino nuggets for the 7-year-old. We're in different stages of life, Scott. You seem to forget that. Because, the thing about Murphy is, though, she definitely takes after Ryan. She's very good at sports. And so she can play pickleball better than most adults I know. And she's only 7. She's a hustler. I'm gonna train her really good and have her hustle people out of money. She'll be so cute, and then she'll just whomp them.
I've been duped by a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
On the pickleball court. That'd be my deal. Sadie, Samsung has a deal. Samsung's a television manufacturer, because we're in now to, if you're into the sports things, it is, of course, March Madness that's going on. Mm-hmm. And Samsung will tell you, they'll sell you a bundle of 8 different TVs. These are 8 TVs that cost you $10,000. And they even give you ways that you can arrange them in your room. You get 8 screens, a 98-inch 4K TV, a 65-inch 8K TV, 3 65-inch 4K TVs, and 3 55-inch 4K TVs. So bottom line is you can turn your room into a sports bar, so to speak.
Yeah, but you'd have to have a ginormous room to fit that many huge screens on. Here's what I would do. I'd sell them. I'd sell them all and pocket the cash and buy things that I really want, because I only need one TV to understand what's going on. Pretty proud of that. You tell me you only need one TV. How many TVs are in your home? Well, what I'm saying is one TV in a room. Aren't they saying, like, make it the ultimate, like, March Madness basketball where you watch all these TV screens on a wall? Yeah. We have TVs in every room, but, that's a different room. The game fanatics, the people that are truly into this, that thrive this time of the year. I used to work with a fella, Commissioner Mike. He was nutty for March Madness, and they like to go someplace where they can watch 4 different games at once. To the bars and they got 4 different games on, and so now they're saying you could do that in your house. It's just $10,000. That's it. 8 TV bundle, but the big one, that's a big mamma jamma with that 98-inch 4K and a 65-inch 8K. How many K do TV have now, for crying out loud? See, that's the thing. I don't know enough about technology. I just know I would sell it. I would sell all of them. All right. ScottandSadie.com, the website. You can go there. Please sign up for the Scott and Sadie Daily. It is an email and you can't help it because there's a little pop-up that pops up in your face there at ScottandSadie.com. And so we kind of force you into it. If you would please sign up for that. That's the way we keep in touch with you. And we send that Scott and Sadie sound off poll each day. I'm killing time here, Sadie, where I go to see if I'm going to click and see if we have any new 5-star reviews. That's favorite part. If there are any 5-star reviews, you can leave those on the Apple podcast app right here. 5 stars. This is just today. 5 stars for Scott. In solidarity with Scott on his annoyance of the term "do better" with you 100%. Well, I agree too. Why do we got to say just for Scott? Thank you. Whose handle is that? User number 0 is what it says. User number 0. User number 0. Thank you. Because when somebody posts "do better," it's annoying. 2 words come out, and one of them begins with F, and the other one you. Oh, I just put that together. Thank you. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Sadie and Friends. I feel so lucky that I get to do this, and I get to do it because of sponsors, and those sponsors pay me, and then I get to do this for a job. How amazing is that? But I want you to know that I'm very picky about who I talk about. I love small business owners, like let's say Garage Door Service and Sales. Tony and Patrice, they've been running that joint for decades. Family owned and operated, locally owned and operated, handed down from generations. I probably did endorsements for them on the radio for well over a decade, almost the entire time I had a radio career. And now I'm podcasting, and they are so great to work with still. So pick up the phone and give them a call today. Maybe you got a broken spring. Maybe you want better technology. You want a more secure home. You're going to find all the perks at GarageDoorServiceandSales.com. So pick up the phone, go online, see what they have to offer. You won't be disappointed. And they're just wonderful people. It's Garage Door Service and Sales, a proud sponsor of the Sadie and Friends podcast.